On January 10th, YouTuber and journalist Meghnad S made a surprising announcement. He's entering the political arena. Taking to his platform, he declared his candidacy for the Delhi elections from the Malviya Nagar constituency. A bold political experiment, Project Under, challenges the notion that politics is not only for the wealthy or the well-connected. It's a movement proving that anyone without money or a political dynasty can step up and run as an independent candidate. I'm here at Malviya Nagar Chowk to witness his first rally, seeing firsthand how it unfolds and how many people turn up to support his vision.
ईमानदार और स्वच्छ छवि वाला व्यक्ति चाहिए। जय हिंद जय भारत। इसलिए मेघनाथ को वोट दो। मेघनाथ बोल दीजिए। बोल दीजिए। Vote for good person. Vote for good person. Good enough.
Or we're in this time where everything is content, right? And being India's first YouTuber neta feels good. हम छोटे लोग हैं, so I'm waiting for permissions for a lot of things. So before, I think I must have applied for like 15 permissions for door-to-door banners, rallies, pamphlet distribution, vehicle usage, all the things.
Hi, this is Jude Weston. Welcome to The Hindu. I am speaking with Meghnad S, India's first YouTuber neta, and he has joined the race, competing against the big leagues in the constituency of Malviya Nagar. We're going to find out his motivation behind this and whether he sees this as an engagement with democracy. Meghnad, how do you feel being called that, and are you happy?
And I feel like it's a great brand to have, honestly. Like we are in this century, or we're in this time where everything is content, right? And being India's first YouTuber neta feels good.
Feels good.
Hard relate with the youth. Yeah, youth.
Yeah. So Meghnad and I, we go way back because I was in an organization where it produced his podcast. What was the podcast name? How to Citizen.
Yes.
And I've heard his podcast on Explain Like I'm 10. I've worked with him on Sansad Watch. He's done a lot of things on Constitution. He has been with a lot of netas actually.
Yes.
Any famous netas that you've been with?
I have been with, without naming any of them right now, because all of them have retired.
Right.
But I have worked with MPs in Sikkim, Haryana, Odisha, West Bengal, and a bunch of people, I mean, here also in Delhi. Some Rajya Sabha MPs, some Lok Sabha MPs, like a mix of them. When I came to Delhi, I was working with MPs for 7 years. So I was helping them with their parliament work, their research work.
Okay.
And my job was to make them look good. So now I'm using all of that skill into this. This is, by the way, did you see, this is my first flyer. This is the only thing I have gotten permission for from the election commission to do, which is flyer distribution.
Nice.
So this is where we are sitting is BD Grover. Under there is BD Grover sir, who basically has been generous enough to let us do the interview here, and he has been also like supplying my pamphlets. अभी के बारे में बोल रहा था मैं. Supplying the pamphlets.
He's nice.
Doing that. Nice. We've also like given it to some newspaper people because they have a great distribution network. And one thing you know that हम छोटे लोग हैं, so I'm waiting for permissions for a lot of things. So before I came here, I think I must have applied for like 15 permissions for door-to-door banners, rallies, pamphlet distribution, vehicle usage, all that.
Which was the toughest to get?
So I have two now. Okay. One was this, which I got like last Sunday. So then I started this. Now, before coming here, I got a rally permission.
Yes.
I'm the one sitting there on the e-Suvidha portal and applying for permissions, filling the forms, right? आधा समय तो उधर ही जा रहा है मेरा.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's a YouTuber, journalist, author, public policy expert, a podcaster, and a lot of things. First, how was your YouTube experience before going here? How was your YouTube experience?
So
you've
my
been a content creator for how long?
Yes, so I've been a content creator since 2017 now. So it's been 6 years, more than 6 years now.
Okay.
Started with News Laundry, then moved on to IBM, and now here. So I started my channel about a year ago. I'm up to like 80,000 subscribers now, and I'm getting like decent traction, right? The reason why I sort of split away was to do experimental content, because obviously if you're working with an organization, they have their own editorial standards, etc., which we are very aware of. And I wanted to do live streaming, and I wanted to do long form essays, and I wanted to do English content mostly.
Okay.
So उसके लिए फिर I just thought कि why not do it myself. So I learned editing, I learned designing, I learned shooting, everything, and now I do everything myself.
Okay.
So from start to finish, all videos that are on my channel are edited by me, done by me. It's been great actually. YouTube has opened up my eyes to so many things. And the reason why I'm saying YouTuber neta is because people are moving away from TV, right? And they're going to YouTube for all sorts of information. And the neta should be there on YouTube now, right? I mean, it's that obvious. What I want to do essentially is that also show people that a content creator can also tell you how the processes work, which is again my expertise, right? Simplifying things. So with the nomination process, for example, it took me like about 10 days to get my nomination in, and it was insane. I did not expect it. So I was documenting everything like a vlogger, and I put out like a 1-hour video as a guide कि 10 दिन में नेता कैसे बनना है.
Yes, and Project Anda, right?
Project Anda, yeah, I'm calling it Project Anda. Yes.
And I was thinking why you called it Project Anda is because this election is like a boiling pot. So you want to come out as a hard-boiled egg? Is that what you could?
That's, I should have used that. I don't. Maybe that is one reason. No, the reason why I called Project Anda, honestly, like the first time I called it Project Anda was because I have like a small team who are working with me, etc. And we were talking in public, and this was supposed to be a secret because I was very whether I'm doing it or not. And then we're like, oh, do we need a name to sort of address it? We are talking about this, but nobody else knows. So we started calling it Project Anda, right? And the reason why it's called Project Anda is because my expectations are 0 vote. So I'm not fighting this election to win. I'm fighting this election to make a point. I want to test it. I want to test the system, right? Which is like, can an individual without money, without cadre, without a party, without a symbol, can they stand for elections? Can they get their name on the ballot? That was the first phase of the project. I didn't think I would get on the ballot, but I did. Turns out I did my job well. So then 10 days ke baad I'm now on the ballot. Now we are in phase 2, which I call the extra phase, which is basically I'm also going to try and see if I can campaign to whatever abilities. Again, having money is the big thing, right? Which is currently I must have spent around 18,000 rupees on my campaign till now, including the deposit. 18,000 rupees.
I mean,
My limit is 1.5 lakh rupees. 1.5 lakh. No. I have the money.
what's the limit part?
Limit is 40 lakh.
Oh.
Yeah, and also you see like 40 lakh is also like kind of arbitrary for other candidates because the party can spend more
Yes.
on their behalf, right? So my limit is 40 lakh. Theirs is way more because they have a party backing. Plus they have cadre. They have actual volunteers and cadres who are good. Right now when we were coming, you could see like BJP people going around distributing pamphlets. Did you see the difference between their pamphlet and my pamphlet? That's like a nice A4 glossy, very nice,
Colored, right?
shiny, colored. I went to the printer and I was like, सबसे सस्ता क्या कर सकते हैं? It's like ये करो. I'm like, cool.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah.
And then what made you choose the pen? Because of independent candidate? Is it because of that?
I'm getting many ideas from it. Thank you. No, the thing is, when you're an independent candidate, you don't have a symbol. The election commission is the one that gives you the symbol. So there are a list of free symbols available that you can take. So you have to give 3 preferences of symbols that are there. If
So in that symbol, were there mics?
there was a microphone, yes. So my 3 were, first was this pen which I got, right? The second was a blackboard because civics teacher, etc. And the third was a camera because everything is content and content creator. So I had given these 3 preferences, and there were frying pans, pants, ludo, chess boards, shutters, door handles. बहुत थे choose करने के लिए. This one I can't believe it's available.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fountain pen, nib.
Yeah, you were talking about the pen symbol.
Yeah.
So they get, what are these 7 marks here?
I don't know. The symbol is officially called pen nib with 7 rays. So I don't know. Maybe I can't believe it's available as a free symbol. I was like, oh, fair enough. I mean, we can use it for branding, like you know, like 7 promises.
और कितने वो क्या permissions लेना है? 1, 2, 3.
Fair. Yeah. You thought this was easy?
Exactly.
And thinking of easy, how easy it is to get a billboard of yours here?
It's very expensive. And I don't have the money, honestly. मेरा एक झटके में पूरा exhaust हो जाएगा पैसा. So like अभी, so my upper ceiling is 1.5 lakh रुपए, right? So I have to like also like see what all I'm doing, where I'm doing it. Now rally पे भी खर्चा आएगा, like you know, volunteers के लिए पानी, बिस्किट, वो सब तो देना पड़ेगा थोड़ा बहुत. Plus, like I have some researchers, etc., who I'm going to pay a little bit. वो भी उसी में ही आएगा. So yeah, so it's not. I don't have the budget to do much publicity. So I'm relying a lot on digital. So, and also organic. I'm not putting money behind ads or anything on digital also. So I'm just trying to see if my, you know, my expertise in content actually can help me. So far I've put out like a few reels which have done really well. At least they have reached the WhatsApps of uncles.
Oh, nice.
So one of the things, it's very interesting, right? That I've been getting calls, random calls from all sorts of people, right? I had no idea. One kind of caller is, sir, आपको IVR पे वो phone recorded calls करने हैं क्या? Right? So they are like constantly asking कि ये करना है. I got like messages saying कि you can get celebrity video appeals done so that they can, like with Vidya Balan and Sonali Bendre and people.
Are they going to do it like an AI?
I thought it was, but I checked with some people. Like this might be real. 4.5 lakh rupees for 30 seconds. They will sit in a sofa and talk about me and my whatever script I'm giving them. I'm like, wow, amazing. The other thing that I'm getting is random Malviya Nagar people calling me. Yesterday, one person called me and said, I'm a Malviya Nagar voter. Are you Meghnad? I said, yes, I am. You're standing. I was like, yeah. Okay, good. I just wanted to check. I was like, what? I wanted to check if you're real. I'm like, oh, that sounded like an old gentleman who was calling me. He's like, नहीं, अच्छा कर रहे हो. And I said, I asked him कि sir आप मुझे वोट दोगे? जैसे कि हाँ वैसे तो नोटा को देने वाला था, but I will consider it now. And
your nota.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Yeah.
So and then there's this old uncle who came yesterday. Yesterday I was not home, so then I went to his house. He lives nearby, and he just wanted to like meet me and say that no, you're doing something very brave. You know you aren't going to win, right? And I said, yes, I know, sir. He's like, no, but it's good. It's good. Like people like you should stand for elections, and I was giving him my pitch. He's like, no, tell me why should people vote for you? So I told him कि देखो सीधा लॉजिक, राइट, कि अगर आप पार्टी वाले को वोट करोगे तो ड्यूरिंग कैंपेन्स they'll say they'll listen to you, but once they get on the ticket and they win, they will listen to their party bosses. मोदी जी, केजरीवाल जी, वैसे भी लोग वोट किसके नाम पे दे रहे हैं? यहाँ का कैंडिडेट किसको पता है? लाइक आई मीन ऑनेस्टली मैं तो पता नहीं हूँ, पता है मुझे, nobody knows me. But at the same time, do people know Jitendra Kochar? Do people know Satish Upadhyay? Do people know Somnath Bharti? Right? It's a question worth asking, right? Because people are voting based on their symbol or their party bosses. Modi ji, Arvind Kejriwal. So who will they listen to? Them. But if I'm an independent candidate who doesn't have a party, doesn't have party bosses, technically my bosses are the people of Malviya Nagar then. I don't need to listen to anyone, right? I can set my own policy agendas. I can have radical solutions for their problems. I can be extremely accountable to them, directly accountable to them, because I don't have to answer to a party. So uncle was convinced. Uncle was like, yes, सही बात बोली है आपने, मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था इसके बारे में. I'm like, pitch works. I tried this pitch a bunch of times in the market also. I have converted a few Nota people to vote for me. Because my opponent in this election is not BJP, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party. मुझे नहीं चाहिए उनके votes. I know their voters will be already convinced that they have to vote for them based on symbol, party leader, जो भी है. My opponent is nota. I do not want people to do nota because nota is the most useless thing you can do in an election. You're dissatisfied with all standing candidates. Therefore, you're going and voting and saying कि कोई पसंद नहीं है. I want to give them an option, a decent, legit, non-toxic, अच्छा option, decent, भोला भाला option, law-abiding citizen. Campaign भी नहीं कर पा रहा है क्योंकि permission नहीं मिल रहे. I will not stick stickers on your walls when I'm campaigning. Everywhere I go, you see like चिपका रहे स्टिकर्स सबके वॉल्स पे. मेरे भी वॉल पे सुबह से मैं हर सुबह जाके एक स्टिकर फाड़ के आता हूँ. मैं मेरे ही वॉल पे चिपका रहे. आई डू नॉट डू दैट because I don't have the permission to do that, and also if I did I wouldn't do it because I don't like it. So I would like to give them an option. I would like to I would like people to have an option कि तुमको decent लोग चाहिए. I'm here.
So by when you get the permission?
So it takes 48 hours to get a permission. So I have to apply for everything, which is door-to-door campaigning, meeting with loudspeaker, without loudspeaker, corner meetings, vehicle usage for campaigning, rallies, banners, unipoles, अलग-अलग सब अलग-अलग permissions. You have to apply 48 hours before you need it when you're doing the event, and it goes through 3 levels: Election Commission, MCD, and Delhi Police. All 3 levels have to clear it. Only then does your permission get cleared. So far I have put in like 15, out of which 2 have been cleared. So and I have to keep trying because I have to give 48 hours, remember? Then I have to apply again, then wait 48 hours.
When does the process start?
So it starts the day the process ends for nomination. Like when your name goes on the thing, that is when it starts. I found out about it in the first meeting, orientation meeting that they do for all candidates. EC does it. It happens in the EC office, the DM's office, DM South. All candidates and their agents are called, and then they talk to them about model code of conduct. Expense register करना है, ढंग से करना, receipt रखना. Yeah, right. And then there is, of course, permission कैसे लेना है. People are there and they कि sir ये portal कैसे use करते हैं? क्योंकि अब सब online हो गया है. So they are like, नहीं sir एक बार बैठ के. So they did a training for the agents to file it. I went for that. I checked it. They said कि नहीं ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. Even when I'm doing it according to that, it got rejected. I can't ask them why. I don't know who to ask, honestly. I've been asking, but they're like, nahi, you just have to keep trying. Like, sure, okay, then I'm trying.
Wow. So I wanted to ask this, that who inspired you to do this? I mean, was there a particular topic that you wanted to take in Malviya Nagar? Like, what inspired you to do this actually?
Bunch of reasons.
Because most of the other places where I've seen the interviews and videos, they're saying just to create content. I know this is content, but what else?
Everything is content right now, right? I mean, our prime influencer does content all the time, right? All netas have realized the power of content, right? After 2024 elections, even the prime minister is not going on TV channels anymore. He's doing podcasts. Arvind Kejriwal is doing podcasts. BJP people did a round table with another podcaster, right? So everybody is doing content. What is so wrong with that, right? And content is the way you get to people now. The penetration has increased. Your messaging can go properly in a very nicely packaged 60-second video, which is it's tough, but yeah, that's how it is. So what if I'm making content? It has to be useful content. I'm not doing hate speech, right? I'm not trying to trigger people for no reason. I'm explaining the process. I'm being honest. I'm telling you what my experience is as a candidate. That's my content. I feel like if there has to be election related content, it should be like this, right? I mean, like, yeah, why not? I'm trying to restore faith in democracy by telling you that no, I know you have lost faith in democracy because of 100 reasons. I'm doing it because I still have faith in democracy. I still trust the system. I still trust the election process. That is one. Second is, of course, I've been thinking about getting into politics for like more than a decade now. When I first came to Delhi and started working with MPs, it became like a very, obsessive thing for me.
You had to wait 10 years, you couldn't try then?
I got very disillusioned earlier because honestly, the same reasons. I don't have money, I don't have dynasty, I don't have a surname worth voting for, I don't have cadre. Right, so if I have to get into politics, I have to stick to a party for at least 15 to 20 years before I get a ticket. And even then, that is a rarity, right? Disillusion was like, nahi ho sakta. Last year, I was like, Sham Rangila ko dekha. He contested, he tried to contest against Narendra Modi and whatever. Unfortunately, couldn't get through. Back then only, I was like, this is interesting. I want to try it, but then I want to also try it and document the whole process myself. So I've been thinking about doing this for like a good 3-4 months now. Like we've been planning, we've been trying to figure out kya hona hai, kaise hona hai. All plans have gone for a toss. जो भी planning किया था कुछ नहीं हो रहा हमसे because of bureaucracy. Because once you're in is when you realize how much form filling, expense filing, permission taking. EC I have to go to the EC every other day because mock polling ho raha hai. They give me notices saying that expense file karna hai. So I have an expense register where I have to maintain it day to day. Then they can call me at any time to check if I am being honest. I have to keep vouchers, everything. Of course, they call me for like they have to give documents and notices and they have to take like acknowledgement from the candidate. So there are officers literally running around all day behind candidates taking signatures. I felt so bad for one of these officers because I was not there because I was flyer distribution वगैरह चल रहा था. He had to run around from Green Park to Malviya Nagar to back to Green Park to wherever I was and he couldn't find me. So I had to come late in the night at 9:30 at my house. So I was like, मुझे इतना बुरा लगा, सर मुझे सुबह फोन कर दो, कुछ भी करने से पहले मैं जाके साइन करूंगा. So he was very happy. At least उसके पास एक candidate hassle free है. The other 6 you can run behind. I won't give you that stress. Okay. So yeah, I've made some good friends.
So I was also thinking, most of these, just a normal question. I mean, have you thought of any campaign song?
Yeah. We did a proper rap song.
Is it going to be like a Snoop Dogg kind of thing? Na 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 na. Oh, Meghnad in the house.
Yes, Meghnad in the house is there.
Oh,
yes,
really?
Yes.
Yo, MC Meghnad in the house. Assembly की बात कर रहा हूँ.
तू बनेगा ना मुसलमान बनेगा, नेता मेरा नर्डी इंसान बनेगा, सड़क हवा पानी का ध्यान रखेगा, भाई तेरा जम के चुनाव लड़ेगा.
There is a person called Novocaine Music, Pratik. He's the one who volunteered to do this. He's the one who wrote it. Yesterday I recorded the song and he was like, nahi, emphasis on this, beat pe aao, ye karo, wo karo. So that I spent like a 1.5 ghanta on it, recording like 4 lines. And yeah.
How long did that take for you to compose?
उसको तो time लगा होगा. I mean, like, but I think it's like a 1.5 minutes long at this point of time, the overall, and it should be good. I like it. It's very catchy.
Any particular cap and all?
No, I don't do any of that. But you will see. You'll see.
And who's helping you with all these shoots and these reels?
So there is of course Satvik. He's an Instagram creator and he's a friend and he's been sort of documenting this with me. He's been there throughout. I have a few other people, Abbas, who is helping me write and research and do other things. And other than that, I put out a call for anybody who wants to help me with this. About 70 people answered, and now we have a Discord server going where we are coordinating activities and creating slogans, pamphlets. This was designed by my campaigners, right? So there are around 15 people on the ground who have jobs, unfortunately. So they can't come during the day or wherever. But evening they can go. Some of them go and like distribute this around Malviya Nagar. Some people are coming from Mayur Vihar in the evening and doing this. I'm like very thankful to them. It's very overwhelming, honestly. And what I've realized is that organization is so hard, right? Like getting actual physical people in a place and then making them do activities is very hard. I can't pay them. मैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा बिस्किट दे दिया, पानी का बॉटल दे दिया, उससे ज्यादा नहीं दे सकता मैं. So they have to come on their own if they are convinced that this is a good idea, right? If you go in the market right now, you will find people distributing pamphlets. They're all paid by the party or by the candidate or whatever. Like young students, right? College students, whatever. No gripe against them. But at the same time, if you are an independent candidate, how do you make a cadre?
True. That's a question actually.
And if you are an independent candidate, you can't start campaigning before you get a symbol. And I got my symbol on the 20th. So I have literally 10 days to campaign. Right? So it's bringing up a lot of questions in my head, honestly. Like the disadvantage that individuals will have versus party candidates. Yeah.
So we have Somnath Bharti from the Aam Aadmi Party. Then we have Satish Upadhyay from BJP. And you are the youngest among all of them.
Am I?
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We checked and
So like, did they intervene? Did they try? Did you go to them?
No, I did go to them.
You did.
I mean, see, my other thing is, can't candidates talk to each other? I mean, debate is one way to do it. Like,
But would they tell you to continue?
no, of course not. I mean, like, no, the thing is, I went to the BJP office. I tried to talk to the candidate. He said I won't say anything on camera. I asked for advice because I'm a newbie. He's a veteran. I'm like, sir, any tips? And he's like, no. Cut lo yahan se. I mean, honestly, like, I don't blame him for dismissing me. He must have thought that I'm a sting operation or something. Somnath Bharti has been nice to me. I've met him twice. Mr. Kochar has been very nice to me. Also, like, I met him during scrutiny day. They've all been very nice to me, honestly. Like, and yeah, so far so good. I feel like they all think I'm not a threat, which is true.
Project Anda.
Yeah, Project Anda, which is true.
What are your plans for Malviya Nagar? Suppose you win, Meghnad. Suppose now you won Somnath, you won BJP also, and now your song is a hit. It got 1 million views. Now he is the MLA of Malviya Nagar. What are you going to do next?
So, I've been talking to a lot of people, trying to find out what are the problems. So, we are making a manifesto, which will be released on Friday. Right? We are working on it. We are reiterating it. We are looking at solutions. So, first thing that people told me was roads. The roads की हालत बहुत खराब है. There are potholes everywhere. Waterlogging हो जाता है. Also, they keep digging them up randomly. Like every other month, they dig up the road to put something in. My question is, why can't you do it once in 5 years? Like, plan कर लो ना, मतलब क्या डालना है, कौन से lines डालने हैं. Another solution is a utility tunnel, right? Is that even possible, right? You know, apparently some universities have like separate utility tunnels, which you can like lines change करने etc. के लिए use कर सकते हो. Why not? The other is, you know, I have worked with politicians, I have worked with MPs, and what I have seen is that the MPs who have had friendly relationships with bureaucrats get a lot done.
Okay.
There are two kinds of netas. One is you can go in with your complete ego and you can say कि मेरे को सब पता है, you are my servants, the bureaucrats, and you have to do as I say. Okay. Now the bureaucrats are also great people. They have come through a very tough exam. They have experience on the ground. They have worked with multiple politicians, implemented multiple things. I feel like the first thing I do is listen to them, to the bureaucrats, because they have worked in Malviya Nagar for a while, right? So first is identifying those problems when I get there. I can give you any number of solutions right now. Garbage दिख रहा है, right? सब जगह. First thing is when you segregate the waste, it just goes into the same thing. Why is the segregation not working, right? Can we build compost pits in like parks, right? Fertilizers के लिए, gardening के लिए, whatever, right? But again, I can give you this solution, but then you have to also think about garbage आसमान से तो नहीं आ रहा ना, लोग ही कर रहे हैं ना, तो लोगों को भी बताना पड़ेगा ना. Right now, no neta is scolding the people. सब लोग इतने अपीज करने में पड़े हुए हैं कि भैया I have to get your vote, so I will not say anything bad to you. I'm like, you're supposed to be a leader. That is one. But the third thing, if you have to think about it, sanitary workers के बारे में भी सोचना पड़ेगा. Right, sanitary workers don't have safety equipment. Sanitary workers don't have a dignity. Yeah, it's almost like तुम कचरा करो कोई और उठाएगा. Yeah, this will not work. If you want to keep a clean society, it just won't work this way. So again, as I said, independent leader, independent ideas, radical solutions. I have to come up with radical solutions, and if I do win, I will have some. The other thing, interesting thing I will definitely do is I'm a content creator. I'm continuing to be a content creator after I win, which is I'm documenting each and everything. So basically, it's like Saurav Joshi vlogs, but a neta.
Oh.
So I'm a vlogger who is like telling you constantly, हाँ आज मैं इधर जा रहा है, ये कर रहा है, ये देखो क्या हो रहा है.
Yeah, transparent.
Yeah, and I'll make it interesting,
Wow.
entertaining even. Why not?
Wow.
While I solve your problem, I'll keep you entertained.
Like suppose now a lot of people will be inspired and they will also try to join as an independent candidate. But is there a limit of
Like my understanding was that it is only 5% chance that I would actually be on the ballot, because even a single mistake in the form they will just reject, right? Plus it all depends on the bureaucracy and what they are looking at it, how they are looking at it, how you behave, right? When I went in asking dumb questions. First they were annoyed, then they were like, no, he's coming with good intention, he's actually trying to understand how to do this. So they were very helpful. So the bureaucracy has been helpful to me. ECK officials, they were like hand-holding almost, right?
Yes.
It's very difficult to get through for independent candidates, right? Independent candidates without lawyers, CAs, all those things. I have a certain level of education, understanding, literacy to get through this, right? Does everyone have that? No, they don't. They can't run around like I did. Everyone has jobs. Yeah, a lot of people I asked for proposers. I need 10 proposers. They couldn't come because they have jobs. It's such an obvious thing. Like EC will function during their job time because EC same work time. आएंगे कैसे? Leave लेके आएंगे. Boss ने leave नहीं दिया तो फिर मेरा nomination cancel हो जाएगा. These are very real problems. If you're a party candidate, you need 3 proposers, and they can be your cadre. You have a network. You have people who are working for you in the party. They're on your payroll. They will be there. There are lawyers you have hired to do the form filling. There are people who are there to do the running around, permissions, everything. Candidates are not sitting there form पे passport size photo ऐसे चिपका रहे हैं फेविस्टिक से. I did that. Right? You don't see any candidate do this because they already have a system which is working to put them on the ballot. As an independent, it's hard, but I wanted to show it's possible for one person to do it. And I think I've succeeded. Project Kanda is already a success, by the way. It's already a success.
Yes, awesome. Then we should have another plate of omelette or something. Right?
Yeah. Phase 2 omelette.
So if I want to contest for election,
Yeah.
what I should look at first?
First is take leave for 10 days from your job.
So I don't have to quit.
Take a leave because you will need time to go to the EC, find the office, get the form, fill the form.
And they are fine with you working for an organization?
Of course. I will. Please, don't hurt my opponents like this. But I mean, realistically speaking, right? If you had to contest elections, you will get 7 working days to file your nomination. So you have to strategize before. Form कैसे भरना है? I filled practice forms.
And it's okay if I don't have 80,000 followers on YouTube?
Yeah, you don't need it. You just need to find 10 proposers. So उसके लिए you can start पहले से. They need to be in the constituency. The 10 proposers. Okay. So start work on that earlier. Tell them that, oh, I'm contesting. I want to contest. Okay. Next time I have to do this, I can do it in 3 days. Really? It took me 10 days because I was doing it one after the other. Okay. If I would have strategized it better and simultaneously started some processes, it would be much faster. So, but for a first timer, I believe it will take you some time, but it is not impossible. The second tip is go to the EC. and talk nicely. It's such an underrated thing.
Right.
Don't throw your weight around. I have seen like party people go into the EC and throw their weight around कि मैं इसके office से आया हूँ, मैं उसके they also get annoyed. They're like ये क्या कर रहे हो? Do some homework. There are 2 videos, 40 minutes each on how to file nominations both in English and Hindi. Watch that and go. Don't get overwhelmed because it is overwhelming. Then ask them questions.
Okay.
And honestly, they're very helpful. Help desk है वहाँ पे.
Nice.
They will help. Bug them, ask them questions, be nice. They'll help you.
And now, what's your next step?
Next step is rally. I got a rally permission. So on Saturday at 4 p.m. I'll be doing a rally. Let's see how many people show up. See, that's another thing, no? Like, I mean, I just give out a call. I expect like 3 people to show up. Last time I did that, 15 people did show up.
Okay.
उसके पहले 25 लोग आ गए थे. So, I mean, ठीक है. आ रहे लोग थोड़े बहुत. Even if I have like 15-20 people will go around Malviya Nagar and Green Park and थोड़ा सा speeching करेंगे. थोड़े से लोगों से बात करेंगे. Give them my pitch. Elevator pitch for why you should vote for me.
Right.
That's it.
And the rap song.
And the rap song.
Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm trying to take the nota votes.
Okay.
Right. So last time I know that some 2.5% people voted for nota in Malviya in this constituency. Even if I get that or a portion of that, I think that's a very decent number, right? Anything above my expectations is actually a decent number at this point of time, because I also want to sort of tell people that independent candidates can be an option. Try करके देख लो.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to The Hindu for more such content and for more reports and videos for the Delhi elections. Stay tuned.